gold. The black woman's the reason why my heart is never cold. You see, the black woman is precious. The black woman is bold. Black do both, it ain't a thing for me. The black woman is everything, the black woman is gold. The black woman's the reason why my heart is never cold. You see, the black woman is precious, the black woman is bold. Black women, they never fold, and they're more precious than gold. Look, the black woman is everything, the black woman is gold. The black woman's the reason why my heart is never cold. You see, the black woman is precious, the black woman is bold. Black women, they never fold, and they're more precious than gold.
Hello, I'm Langston and I'm back on my channel, Gymlandia. I'm joined by my co-host, Allie, and we're just going to be giving you like a rundown of, the stuff that happened, at World Cup, giving you a rundown about, Jakarta, etc., as well as, the Chinese world team and some other instances. Thank you so much. I did put a lot of time and effort into that intro. It didn't take me that long, but one day I was just like, let me just start making some new shit because I don't have these intros for a minute. So I'm like, let me start because I was gonna go through a phase like just editing a bunch of videos, but like I got hit with some bullshit in August. Like these people have made my mental health collapse. Like I didn't want to talk about it, but I have been going through it. The last month. So I just, I'm talking about like all that motivation I gave. Remember when I came out with that intro, Allie? Like I had all this hype and then boom. I'm talking about because I came to work. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do all this, I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna go to Disneyland I'm gonna take 2 days off and go to Disneyland and go to Disney Sea. And then boom, some bullshit. And I'm like, you know what? But now I got to get back to that because I can't allow this shit to do that. I think I'm going to do like what I did last year for the Olympics with like a power ranking of like all the, because actually what I wanted to do is I wanted to do like, for the Olympics, I was a little lazy, but my goal was to do 6 videos, like one for the power ranking for all around, one for the power ranking of team finals. I know I did team final all around, but also for bars, beam, and floor. I'm talking about. So, I mean, I don't see why not, because this one is a very wide open world championships. So we realistically don't know who will win anything. It's some educated guesses we can make, and we're going to talk about that going forward, like today. But it's just a lot of curiosity that we can bring up. So, yeah, someone said, sorry about the hate on Twitter. Child, that was a mess. Like, and for me, it just, when you saw all these people who have the most to say about me, I'm talking about, and you see them interact with people like that, and it's like the extremism. And it really pissed me off when I saw Michaela Loves Gymnastics conversing with these people, because that just lets me know how much of a joke you are, because ain't no way, Jose, like if I ever saw someone spreading that kind of rhetoric, that is crazy. Like I've seen a lot of racist stuff on the gym tonight, but that is a whole new level. I'm talking about.
Oh, like, absolutely. Yeah, like calling, what was it? Calling Simone Biles, Amy Borman's crack baby. Was that it?
Making jokes about Charlize Jones being in a car accident.
Right. Where she injured her back.
Right. This is some crazy stuff. This is going to be the worst Worlds in a long time. 2021 Worlds was definitely worse, but it did have Reeve.
It did, yeah. Like there were some good players at 2021 Worlds, but it was right after the Olympics. So even the really good gymnasts were definitely not doing their best.
Right. I wonder what made Reeve go to Worlds in 2021 too.
I guess she wanted, maybe she was coming off of a high from getting those medals in Tokyo. Maybe she was like, you know what, if I go to this Worlds and just do vault, bars, and beam, I can probably get some more medals. And that did end up working out for her. You have to remember in like before Tokyo, she didn't have any medals at Worlds or Olympic level. So I guess she was like, she was feeling up to trying to get some more.
Where the fuck was Listy?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know why they didn't send Listy, because they sent Gelia and Velada, who was really great.
I really want to understand what happened. I need to understand the downfall between Tokyo and Worlds. with Lada. Like that really needs to be like,
Right.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, because like Gallia made some downgrades, which is understandable, but she wasn't as good as she was in Tokyo, but she was still good enough to win a couple medals.
Yeah,
You know,
like I do want to say, but
title. So like,
I realistically, Julia, only thing Julia was worse at the at Worlds and the Olympics was bars. Like she
exactly.
didn't have the connections, like she wasn't as crisp, like on some of her skills and stuff. But vault, beam, and floor, it was virtually the same, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
really, bars is where she regressed a little bit, but she still
And then
scored
not
like a.
that
I
bad.
think she scored a 57 in qualifications and like a high 56 in the all around. She was
Yeah.
she was consistently breaking 57 in Tokyo. You can make the argument that Tokyo was a little bit stricter in terms of judging,
I would agree with that,
but
but
I don't think it was that far off, in my opinion, to be honest.
mhm.
I feel like the judges were. I feel like the scores are pretty similar. So with
Mhm.
that, I still think that, like I said, Joey really only regressed on bars to me. Leanne just downgraded almost every event.
Right, and still got silver.
Hmm. So it really makes you wonder, like, could Leanne have been able to compete for all around gold if she had all of her difficulty in Tokyo?
Well, I have the scores pulled up right now, and I think so because Gallia's final score in the all around was 56.632,
Hmm.
and Leanne's was 56.340.
Hmm.
That's less than 3/10.
Leanne took out her triple twist. Uh,
Yeah, and she
she
still
had
has.
two. She took out her aerial to Loso on beam.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that Leanne could have got a 50. Vlada got a 56.9, but Angelina, all the gymnasts in Tokyo broke 57.
Yeah.
I remember that. But I think it was on like a 57.0, but she definitely still got a 57. Because
Yeah.
you remember getting a 57 back then was like a huge accomplishment. I mean, I think it is now. Even if getting a 57 now is a big accomplishment for anyone who's not
Oh,
Simone.
absolutely. Especially with the vault downgrade, because that dropped everybody 4/10.
Yeah. So what we can comfortably say about, Kalia, like, and I said this to you, she can improve, and realistically, she's still weeks out. But right now, I'm not comfortable saying that she's gonna win the all-around title.
Yeah, the problem for me right now is her beam. When she hits, it's amazing and it will score very well, but she's super inconsistent.
Right.
And she has a lot of acrobatic difficulty, and we know that trips her up sometimes. She falls on her mount series a lot. And as we saw at the Paris World Cup in qualification, she fell on her acro series and her mount series.
Right.
So that's not a great sign. But I mean, what we can see with bars is she's almost back to Paris difficulty level. She just doesn't have the Komova 2.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if she brought that back for Jakarta. Although it really is only one extra 10, so I don't even think it's worth it.
I don't think it's worth it either. Like,
Yeah, like her Maloney is she's probably going to score about the same.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, like whether she has a 7-1 or 7-2D, that's the bar routine is obviously going to be huge. So if she does have the DTY and a decent floor back and she can hit beam, then I don't think anyone can beat her with that, just because if she can get like a low to mid 14s on beam, about a 14 on vault, and I'm not going in order,
Mm-hmm.
like a 15-2, 15-3 on bars,
Right.
like mid 13s on floor, I don't think anyone can top that.
No.
But she
But
has
that's
to
it.
hit her beam. Yeah, but if she
Mhm.
gets like either like she falls on beam or she just like loses a bunch of difficulty and ends up with something in the mid 13s, then yeah, she can be beaten.
Right.
Which is what happened in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Alice, it wasn't just like, oh, like, yeah, obviously Simone and Reeve were going to beat Kalia no matter what she did.
Mm-hmm.
And beating Suni would still have been somewhat difficult for her if Suni went off, because she would have to go off too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because
Yeah, but like
realistically,
even
even
Alice
if they both
D'Amato
went
was able
off,
to.
I think Suni. Well, no, because she probably. I feel like at their absolute peak, she probably could have beaten Suni. I don't think she could
I
have
actually
beaten
agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. I
don't
think
think she
she
would
had
have.
higher
Now,
potential.
top pair scores, Suni wins, but that's because Kalia never really hit a beam routine in Paris.
Right. She never got it. Yeah, they never credited her leap series, so she
Mhm.
was never getting like 14 plus scores on beam.
Right.
Yeah. She was like what, 6 to 8 tenths behind Suni. A hit beam would have made up for that.
Right. So,
And a better
right now I just question her. I would still say, in terms of score potential, she's number one. But if Hesley goes out there and she's consistent and she hits all four of her routines, because we've seen Hesley do it 2 days in a row, I'm talking about,
right, which is a
I
really
would
good sign.
still. But the thing is, the way Hesley fucked around in Paris, I ain't forgot. You know, I'm talking.
Right. Like, I think that's the thing is I don't think there's any all-around contender who is right now who's just so consistent. I'm like, they're definitely gonna hit 4 for 4 that day and win. Because like the top contenders now would be what? Kalia, Anna Kamakova from Russia. These aren't necessarily Ludor, Hesley Rivera, Claire Pease if she hits at selection camp, but they take her Manila Esposito.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them have been perfectly consistent this year or any other year.
Do you think they won't take a new girl though? That is a fair point.
Oh, that who wouldn't take a new girl?
The USA.
I mean, this is if you're gonna take somebody new, I think this is the time to do it.
That's what I'm saying. That
Yeah, like especially when like all the other top 8 potential AA contenders either aren't trying at all because they're still recovering from injury, like Shilese, or they're only doing 2 events like Sky. I mean,
so that's why and that's the thing is like,
I would take
really
Claire.
I would too, but I'm just saying, like, do you really think that's what I'm thinking about from a logical perspective?
Mm-hmm.
You really think they're just not going to take one of the new girls and just send four gymnasts from a previous quad?
I mean, they sent Morgan and Jade to Worlds in 2017. Granted, that was when Valeri was calling the shots, and he's not currently. So,
But Valeri was, I want to say Valeri was very strategic with it. The only thing that I feel like that was a wasted spot with Ashton, but I do want to say that Riley got hurt as well. Yeah, I'm talking about. So
yeah, and the thing was, like, I mean, he could have sent Jordan instead of Ashton, but 2017 Jordan wasn't like a big contender for a bars or beam medal.
No, because the problem is Reagan and Morgan had to compete in the all around,
right?
And then that only leaves one spot, which goes to Jade. I'm talking about. So
yeah, like Jade was clearly 2017. Jade was clearly the better vault and floor option.
Jade every year was the
yeah, exactly. Like actually, yeah, I can't think of a year where she wouldn't have been, but yeah, like that's the problem is Jordan. I guess you could have said Jordan should have been taken for all around over Morgan, but I've seen from some people I consider credible that Morgan won the selection camp they held.
Yeah,
and so it's like, yeah, it's like really crazy to have someone.
And I'm gonna be
like, okay, like we're making a final decision based on their selection.
Jordan and Morgan at their peak. Jordan does not beat Morgan Hurd at her peak.
No, she doesn't.
No, any like even Jordan's best in like in 2021 would not have beaten what Morgan was doing throughout the year. Like throughout the years, I don't think so. So
I agree. Yeah,
and she lost her Aminar after 2017. Which is
that was her best case.
That's what I'm saying. Like that would have made her such a bigger. I'm talking about like imagine she would have had an Aminar in Paris,
right?
To the quality that she had it, in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not as bad as Leanne, but she does like. She literally only had a 5-6 difficulty on beam in Paris.
Right. Like we've said this with Jordan. Like she and Leanne are kind of the same there. Like I think Leanne's been worse, but they really failed to upgrade when it seems like they could have.
Right.
And it's like, I mean, again, there could be stuff going on, but behind the scenes that we don't know about. Like they could be having problems with these skills, and it could be regression, but like that's still a problem.
And I want to say that I saw someone say that I feel like, what did someone say? They said it felt like that Jordan should have got a 57 57-3 in Paris. Be fucking for real. Like, do I feel like Jordan
Yeah.
do I feel like she was robbed? Like, yes. But a 57.3, I think they meant 56.3. That would make more sense.
Yes.
But
Actually,
57.3,
close to
be fucking for
56.3.
real. Yeah, she
Oh,
got like, they both got like 56 ones and 56 twos, I think. It was something like that.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Because I'm like, a 57 for Jordan Childs, I don't even think it's possible. I'm talking about like,
No, because it's like because she was pretty close to her max. I think her beam was about as good as she was capable of.
yeah, the beam was maxed.
Yeah, the beam
Bars was
maxed.
basically
Vault would have
maxed.
maybe been a 10. Bars basically was maxed. Vault, like if she had a better landing, they would have maybe given her like a 14.5. They've done that for
Yeah.
Jordan before, so that's 2/10, and maybe floor could have been like 14.
Yeah.
So you're potentially really only adding 4 or 5/10.
Yeah. So like I said, 56.5-ish, mid 56s is Jordan's max.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I don't anything 57 is, let's be fucking for real. I'm talking about like, I
Right.
can root for somebody, but
Yeah, I think that Jordan is a very good all-around gymnast, and I think
right,
like if you put her on pretty much any other team, like if she was like competing for any other country, they would probably put her on the team.
right.
And she would add a lot, but because of how much depth the US has, particularly on like Jordan's best events, she
Mhm.
just doesn't stand out as much.
She would not have made the team without all the injuries. Like, it's not as bad as Leslie, but
Yeah. I think they were also prioritizing Kayla over Jordan in terms of scoring. I mean, I
which
don't
is
know what
dead
the right.
wrong. I was thinking, which is dead wrong.
Mhm. Yeah, they were they were pushing Kayla with the scores over Jordan. I don't think that made sense because Jordan had 2 vaults. Her execution on beam, I think, is better than Kayla's.
But logically, peak, all gymnasts at their peak, I feel like the team would have been Simone, Shilese, Jade, Suni, and Sky Blakely.
That would have been the correct team. That would have been the maxed team, absolutely.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
again,
you would have had 3 Chungs. Well, yeah, you would have had 3 Chungs. You would have had a really good bar rotation. What else? Yeah, beam would have been maxed with Sky. You really would have had 4 great options for beam.
mhm.
And then floor, I mean, the floor rotation would have still been good.
Would have been good. It could have been stronger.
Yeah, like if you could have put like Jordan or Kayla on the team for floor, they would have outscored Shilese. But like Shilese was clearly the better pick over those 2.
Right.
And Jade was the better pick for vault and floor.
Right. So, I mean, that was the best team in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a very, very strong team. It's logically that all, like Harris, you could have seen all 5 gymnasts on the team qualify to something.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's very impressive. It's likely, like I said, Jay completely was out of it in floor. So that's how Jordan even made it to floor finals to begin with.
Right.
Which is like, there was no way she was going to beat Jade off because Jade took out, number one, Jade beat her with just a chain and DTY, but Jade was planning on bringing an MNR too.
Exactly. And she had been practicing it. I think she just didn't do it in the final because she knew that because Reby had already gone and she knew like her best Almanar couldn't beat Reby.
Right.
So I think she made the strategic decision to just do the DTY because she knew she could easily clear on Chunuk. I guess she was afraid, like if she, no, I mean I think she was afraid if she fell on the Almanar, then she'd be totally off the podium.
Right.
It's like she had no chance. She knew she had no chance at silver, and she knew if she did the easier vault, she'd easily get bronze.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, that's the strategic decision.
Exactly.
Yeah, like at that point you're only doing the Almanar to show off that you can do an Almanar.
And I remember Javasia was pulling for her to do that shit. I'm like, no.
It's not worth it. If she falls on the Almanar, she's off the podium, and we know Jade really wants to get a vault medal. Like that's what she wants more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
She wants that Olympic vault medal after Tokyo.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So I think, is there anybody else in that like top 5 all around contender spot? I guess Alice if she shows up and surprises everybody.
But I haven't heard shit from her in so many months that.
Right. Like, I don't even know if she's in contention for the team because she was really struggling at Euros. I mean, I'll say she was really struggling at Euros in 2024 as well. So I didn't expect her to show up like she did in Paris.
I don't
But
think that Jade wasn't expecting Ruby to do the Amateur. I just don't think she was expecting the quality of the Amateur to look like that.
yeah, exactly. Like Reby could have done an Aminar with a really bad landing.
Yeah.
And Jay would have been like, okay, I have a chance. If I have a good landing on my Aminar, I could beat her. But
Yeah. The quality, that's like Ruby really did go off in ball finals. Like she's never done that before.
absolutely.
So that was that. Because Jade was the favorite in Tokyo. People forget that. Like people thought if Jade and Ruby both hit, that Jade was gonna win, not Rebecca.
Right. And I don't think they expected I don't know if people expected Reby to do the Aminar and Vault finals because she
even
only
if she would have done it,
12.
Jade's qualification score still would have beat her. So
yeah.
So I mean, like, because Jade's Amateur was better than Reeby's at that point anyway, because I do want to say Reeby had better form, but in terms of landing, I'm talking about all the other shit.
Yeah,
Jade's
Reby was always like Ruby's always a little under rotated, not enough for a downgrade, but enough for a deduction, I think.
Right. And then Reeby did not have like her chain landings were not consistent. I'm talking about. So like she really went out of bounds with both feet, I think, in the event finals.
I thought it was only with one foot, but you might be right.
I don't know. I know her event finals chain was not good.
Yeah, it was not her best. It was still better than Skinner's though.
Yeah. Yeah, like just a mess. And then, I'm not too worried about Jess and Melnikova at this point anymore. I do want to say that Melnikova, she does have potential. Like I would watch her, I'm talking about, because I said it, like she could still get mid 55s, maybe a 56 if she wants. So I'm talking about like from what I saw, like I think she'll probably bring the Chuso instead of the double layout, in
I think
Jakarta.
so, yeah.
The only thing is that's still only like a 5. I think she had a 5.4 that bring her to like a 5.6. On
depends on what she replaces it with. If she does, it only brings her to a 5.6 if she uses it in place of the double layout. But if she does Chuso double layout and was it front tucked back to double pike,
but that's a lot. I'm talking about she was struggling on that shit.
That's a lot.
She was struggling on that shit when that's when she was gonna fuck up her ankles when I was like,
yeah.
That's when she was playing with her life. I'm talking about. So
right. So she might just not do it. Yeah.
She has to do the front tuck, the double pike though, because the front full is just, I'm talking about like that holds her back difficulty wise.
It does, yeah. I don't know why she struggles with her front tumbling to that degree, but she definitely does.
Yeah, and
even in Tokyo when she was doing in Kitakyushu when she was doing a lot of difficulty, she only had the front full as her third pass.
Yeah, the only time that she really stood on business was when she had the front tuck, the double tuck in 2018. Her 2018 floor routine, though, I know she had a lot of Dutchies and stuff. The music and everything just did it for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that was my favorite routine of her, was the 2018 routine. I like that one. Yeah, 2018 Worlds just gave me so much excitement because that's when they switched the back and forth team finals.
Oh, I loved that. I loved that format so much better.
I did too. I was like, oh my God, like because 2018 was just so different from the other what we were used to.
Yeah.
Then they had Simone and Mustafina. I'm talking about, like, it was just, it gave me so much hope for like the quad. And then it just ended the Tokyo quad. I'm talking about like,
I think that big part of that we know was COVID.
Yeah.
It all getting pushed back a year because like Morgan Hurd was doing great in 2020.
Yeah, she was. And realistically, I don't see how she would have made the Paris team. And even if Tom ain't fuck with her, she would have made top 4 at Olympic trials.
Yeah, and then he would have had to take her based on his own principle.
But I hope they don't do that shit this year. But I don't think they will because it's individual, but stop.
Yeah, it just doesn't it doesn't make sense to go with top for all around for an individual worlds when you can realistically only put 2 people up for all around.
Yeah. And even for a team final, like you want to have balance. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
because it's a 3-up, 3 count. You know what I'm talking? That's
And
how
you
it
will have
works.
5 people, not 4.
2 through 6 worlds all around finish point 2. Exactly. But I do want to say that Morgan Hurd and Simone fucked around in the all around competition. So I mean, I really still feel like you could argue that my Murakami robbed Morgan Hurd. Like,
Mhm.
because I don't know how Morgan's event final floor scored higher than the one she did in the all around. That don't make no sense to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do agree with
So
that argument. Yeah, at first I was like, well, I mean, it makes sense because Morgan grabbed the beam, but then you put that, I'm like, yeah, maybe it still wasn't fair.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I want to say that Morgan still fucked around too and got herself in that situation.
Where she was vulnerable, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you can bring that up.
Mhm.
And I just felt so embarrassed for Melnika, but when she ended up getting cleared by Nina.
Exactly. Like,
Cause what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, she only
mm,
had 2 tumbling passes.
I know. Oh my God.
Nina, and then she had a full twist of Yurchenko back then too.
I know. She didn't even do the 1.5 like she did in Tokyo.
And for me to get cleared by that, like
I
that would have pissed
know.
me
It's like,
off.
ooh, that's really embarrassing.
That just did not fuck with Melnika in 2018.
Not.
And some people said they feel like Mai robbed her a multiple times. And I want to say it's the case, but I do feel like my tumbling form is just so much better too.
Exactly.
Like my
Like
dance elements, yes, I'm not gonna lie. Like my dance elements, especially the leaps,
Mhm.
no ma'am. You know what I'm talking about. But also, people don't talk about. But my would have won the American Cup if she ain't fall. She fell on beam at the American Cup in
Right.
2019
That's a good point. And she would
because
have
she
also
only
won, yeah, and she would have won the world title in 2017 if she didn't fall on beam.
because
The world all around title, to be clear.
I was so happy when Morgan watched that whole in 2018 American Cup. Like, because my
Yeah.
one thing, my always came to American Cups like,
Yeah.
and then she got done in so bad by the Japan team in 2019.
2019.
They
Yeah.
barely even qualified to the Olympics.
I know. And the only reason, yeah, they didn't take her because she was too injured to compete at their early selection meets. But she was
Okay.
healthy to, which I don't know why they keep holding their selection meets that early. I heard one theory that they just like prioritize men's gymnastics over women's gymnastics.
Mhm.
Even though they're like their selection criteria is stupid for both, the mag team has so much depth that you can pick like not the best team and still do great. Which I
I'm figuring out I'm figuring out a lot about Japan gymnastics now because I done figured out how to translate the pages. But
Mhm.
when I saw that bar test, I gotta go find these hoes and cut somebody out because like
Oh
that
yeah.
bar team was ridiculous. Like I don't
Was that Haruka Nakamura? Was that who it
yes.
was? Yeah, because she's yeah. So just so everyone knows what we're talking about, like she's talented enough. She can do a full twisting ganger, the death.
Mhm.
Um, she can do. She has the piked Delchev, and she's got all these. She has in bars, so she should theoretically be able to put together a really good bar routine. But the way she has it organized is just deduction trap after deduction trap.
Just is horrible. It really is
Yeah, like,
horrible.
and they have her doing a toe shoot in 2025.
2025.
I know,
And
which is
I'm
another
gonna say
huge
this.
deduction
Some of
trap.
y'all might not want to hear me, but if you have a toe on in 20 that give me bad. I'm gonna say this too. This is controversial, but I always felt like having uh overshoot was bad bar work. Like, I
Yeah,
don't want
like
to say that. I do want to say that I know that Ashton had it, but Ashton and Kyla had it, but they also had a pack salto. I feel like if you only
right.
have you know what I'm talking about, that's your
Didn't they
requirement.
also? Yeah, they also did. They also could do Shaposhnikova style skills, right?
Yeah, I mean Jordan had a Jordan and Allie both had Shapa's sneakers, I think.
Yeah, they did.
But that's who I think of. You know what I'm talking about? Like, because, Sean Johnson, like, all the bad bar workers.
I mean, I do want to say in Sean's defense in 2008, I think, I don't quote me on this, but I don't think anyone except Beth Tweddle had a Shaposhnikova skill in that.
Oh, it's not a
Maybe.
Shabbos. I'm talking about the overshoot.
Oh yeah, the overshoot. Oh, with the bail.
Yes, the bail with the
Oh right. Yeah, I see
no
what you.
one what good bar worker had a bail.
Fair point, actually. Yeah, that skill definitely went out of style.
Except for like I said, Ashton and Kyla, but they also had packs too. So I mean it's
Right,
different. I'm talking about like,
right.
but when you show me you can't do a pack salto, that tells me a lot about you. I don't have to see anything
Yeah.
else. That I don't have to see anything else. Like that's suspicious. I'm talking about like I feel like
Mhm.
he's covering up a lot of flaws in your technique. But you ain't here for me.
Yeah,
Gabby,
she did do a pack. It just wasn't a good one.
who?
Oh, Nakamura.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the barber.
yeah. That's one of the worst packs I've seen in a long time.
Mhm.
Gabby's 2016 bar routine was perfect. Only 8 skills, perfect routine construction. It was. It really was masterful
Yeah, and like we
routine
scored
construction.
it, and it would get a 6-2 in the current code, but I think she would easily get a 15 on it.
Yeah, 15, at least 14, 8, 14, 9.
Yeah,
So
I
I
mean,
mean,
I think she really could get like an 8-8, 8-9 at E score. I don't
yeah,
know if they'd give her a 9 just because of how they are, but like you could justify it.
you really could. Yeah,
Especially like we did her, I think what did we evaluate her team final routine?
yeah.
Like that really had very few built-in deductions.
It did.
Yeah.
It really did. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's something
like
to definitely focus on. So we said Kalia, we talked about, Julia and Jess. Do you think Jess will make the British team?
I mean, I wouldn't take her for bars and beam at this point because I don't know if she really has it. Her bar work, it's not as bad as it was in Liverpool, but it's not as good as it was in Antwerp. That's my opinion.
But do you really think they're not gonna take her?
I mean, she is, well, actually, I guess that depends on who do they have.
They have a lot of other gymnasts, but
Yeah, but like on Dean isn't in the pick, isn't in the running. Alice isn't in the running.
Alice stomach came with baby mama.
Yep, she did. Anyway, that aside, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, Abby Martin did win the vault
Mm-hmm.
at the Paris World Challenge Cup. So I think they'll definitely send her, but that's still 4 other spots.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe they will send Jess.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
So
like, but I don't think like she hasn't shown any
yeah,
indication.
Ruby Evans is Ruby and Abigail are going for sure.
Yeah, I would definitely send
But
that.
the other two, like, it's just Jess is such a big name. I'm talking about like she's
Right,
the best British gymnast in history. I don't feel like anyone can deny. Unless, as much as I have my smoke for Jess, she's definitely the most talented gymnast they've ever produced.
right.
So I mean, I think if she wants to go, they will send her ass. Even if she does just fuck around, like
Hmm.
just because they want her to get, like the more experience and stuff. Especially when next year
Right.
comes around.
That's true. So they might just want her to like do like a major competition, even if she's not at 100%.
Yeah.
So that she'll like when she's coming
Becky,
back.
I haven't heard shit from Becky since Paris.
Hmm.
So I don't know what you're talking about. Talking about they might send Becky for both. Has Becky been competing, been training bars?
I don't think Becky has. I haven't seen her name on any of the competition sheets.
I think that Paris event finals did her in.
Yeah, it's just
She did
she's
help for
a
the team
really
though.
amazing bar worker, but she cannot hit when it counts.
But they
Except for the
almost breaking her neck.
2019 event final, she just can't. But it's like, how many medals has Becky lost out on?
Did we talk about Bonet almost breaking her neck? I'm gonna say this. One thing about black people, guys' timing is always right. I'm talking about like I've seen that like with the hoe who was talking all that mess about Kamala Harris, who literally had like a Didn't she like go into like a heart attack like right on air?
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
We're not gonna say, but someone was literally trying to blame black people for gun violence, and now they're no longer amongst us. Like as soon as they said that.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm talking about
somebody's
like
last words were gang
yeah,
violence.
I'm talking about like. So I mean, Sabrina better watch out. Because you don't done a lot. You know, I'm talking about you don't done a lot, love. And
Mhm.
the universe ain't playing with bitches. You know, I'm talking about. So I do want to say I was somewhat impressed by her opening tumbling pass. That was very impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I think her double layout looks better than it has.
It does.
Yeah, like
Um,
that opening pass definitely looked better. The choreography is better than it was.
right.
Yeah, like she's actually doing something, and it's like, okay, I can see the connection between the music and what she's doing now, where we could not before.
Right. A whip to double that's worth the same as a bios too on floor.
It is, yeah, because you get 2/10 for both
So
directions, and that's a really hard tumbling pass.
that's
Yeah,
the
like,
most difficult combination that's ever been done, I think. Actually,
yeah,
she did a Chusavitna into a front tuck last year, but it was nasty.
yeah. Whereas this looks better. Yeah, I think that Chusavitna into front tuck was going to kill her if she didn't take it out. So. Not that I'm sure her
Yeah.
mom cares about that, because even after she almost died on her beam dismount, her mom, people who are watching the live stream commented that her mom was just scolding her for fucking around on beam.
Yeah. This whole year
We all
it
know
just
Camellia is a mom. Camellia is a momager.
yeah. So for Vault, do you really feel like that Chinese hoe can beat Leanne?
I have the vaults. We can look at them. I don't know if she could beat Leanne, but she could get silver. They have the same combined D.
Mm-hmm.
They both, granted, Leanne is doing a Chung and DTY, whereas Danielle is doing a. What do you,
1 second. Hello, Mari. Who is this?
Hi, Langston. Hi, Ali.
hi.
Hi.
Oh,
It's
Shamari?
Shamari. Yes.
Oh,
How are
Hi.
you guys?
Shamari. That's what you should have said, Shamari. I'm like, we know who you are, sir. I'm thinking you a normal person who just joined my live.
No, no, no. I finally got to catch you guys on live, so I'm like, let
Oh,
me
cool.
join.
Of course, we haven't heard anything from you in a minute. I know you don't been busy.
Yes,
I know you're
Shamari.
pursuing your trying to go into the FBI and stuff.
Yes, I'm literally gonna start my master's next year, so I'm
Oh,
looking
That's
forward.
congratulations.
good. Did you
Thank
graduate
you.
already?
Yes, I
I think you
did.
did because I remember you posted
Yeah,
your pictures a couple months ago, right?
Yes, sir. I
Okay,
definitely
yeah.
did.
I'm just trying because we haven't heard from you in a couple months in the group chat, but I'm glad you're
I
doing
know.
great.
I'm definitely like just been trying to focus on next steps, honestly, after graduation.
yeah.
Got
Oh, yeah.
you.
Also, if you need any advice on grad school, hit me up. I've been through that whole thing.
Really, that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I mean, I got it. Like my master's was in history. What are you going for?
I'm thinking cybersecurity.
Nice.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
master of all trades. Your bachelor's was in criminal justice, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember. Where are you going to grad school at?
So I'm thinking Adolphi.
Mhm.
I don't know New York schools. I know I forgot. I know that you went to a prominent New York school for your BA.
Yes.
Which one did you go to? Was it
John
Columbia?
Jay.
You said what?
John Jay.
John Jay. Got you, got you. And then Sean, which one did Sean go to? I know that Anna went to Drexel, I think.
Yeah, which is a big deal.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember, but yeah. Yeah, that's really good. I'm glad that you're pursuing that and you're standing on business. How is New York
definitely.
these days? Because we just talked to Trinity about it like a month ago, but
Hmm.
how's it going for you?
For me, I would say it's the same. You get, chaotic moments, you get calm moments. It's just any big city. I would say though, honestly, there's been less people outside at night than there have before.
Mhm.
Everyone's really staying indoors a lot sooner,
Mm-hmm.
especially on the weekends. Normally people are outside, no one's really outside. And like
Mm.
it's really different in that aspect, but it's quieter. So I mean, hey, I'm not
Cause you're
complaining.
you're in Queens, right?
No, I used to be in Queens. Now I'm in the Bronx again.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you like the Bronx?
It's it is what it is. I mean, I like my part of the Bronx, I will say,
Gotcha.
because like I know my community, I know my people. Everyone here is like a
Mhm.
person of like they're good people. They're
Right.
not like, doing anything crazy. But other parts of the Bronx, I don't know. I don't travel further up in the Bronx. There's no need for me to go up in the Bronx because like I'm near Manhattan. So
Got you. So you're like still close to Harlem, basically. Like
exactly. I'm 15 minutes from Harlem. So it's really like, there's no need to go further up in the Bronx. There's
Right.
nothing up there.
Mhm. Yeah, and if
How
you
are
like,
you guys?
I'm doing great. I don't been listen. These people are turning me every way but loose over here. Like
Yes. Yo, what happened?
I'll talk to you behind stage about it if you guys want to stay backstage, like when I get off, like we get off the live, because there's
Mhm.
certain things I can't say on here because of my
Yes.
profession, but
Mhm.
They
these
pissed me
hoes,
off, child. Oh
these
my
hoes done been
god.
taking me through it. That's all I can say. Ooh, like, oh, they was gonna make me listen. I almost got to the point where I was just gonna just end it all, like, cause
Oh,
I was
quit
starting to
or
look for flights to Shanghai and everything. Like, it never got to that point, but I was like, you know what? Do I even want to stay in Japan at this point? Like,
Mhm.
because I see why. Like, what's that man who jumped across the DMZ? Now I understand.
Oh.
Like, in Korea, because they, oh my God. So it's just been a lot this last month, but
Mhm.
things are gonna get better. I haven't, because Allie, she was having like some severe like stomach issues that she had to talk to her doctor about, etc. So she
Oh,
likely
Yeah.
won't be joining me in Jakarta if I still decide to
oh
go.
no. Ali, are
Yeah,
you okay?
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm fine. It's actually a good thing I'm talking to my doctor about it. It's been a
it's fine,
problem
but
for
it's
a
just
while, and it's like
it
okay, at
is.
least now they're taking me seriously.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
Indonesia is a
Yeah.
third world country. So like going to like a lot of people, even in the most developed part of Indonesia, which is Bali, a lot of people in Bali always get the Bali belly. Like I always hear about it. So I mean,
Right,
like
right,
you have to
yeah.
be
Wow.
careful. And I'm a little bit fearful about going, especially after they had the rise in Jakarta like that. I'm like, okay, now like
Mhm.
burning, like I said, burning down the Capitol building and everything, like that's crazy. I'm talking
Wow.
about like, so I mean, like it was a lot of stuff going on. They had,
Mhm.
and they have very bad traffic. So I'm like, how will I even get back from the airport and stuff? Like it's just a lot. So because every country I've ever been to has been pretty developed, you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I am a little worried, but I would like to see the World Championship gymnastics. I was kind of placed on somewhat of a probation period. I know you guys seen in the group chat. So I
Mhm.
was not allowed to leave the base this week.
Mm.
But I was mad about that because the World Championship track and field are in Tokyo this week.
Mhm. Oh.
So
Ooh.
it's like I would love to go see. I'm talking about like, Shakari
Mhm.
Richardson, like I'm talking about all that
Yes,
kind
my
of
mom
stuff.
loves her.
Mhm.
She be screaming at the TV every time she sees her.
Yes,
She's
and
like,
let me tell
go,
you,
go.
the tickets were only like $100 for a front row seat
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
for
that's
the whole
amazing.
day, yeah. So I was like, damn, like I was getting ready to get on that damn train and then boom. You know what I'm talking about? Like these pussy assholes, like that's what I can
Mhm.
say. These pussy assholes, like, so there's that. So how do you
Mhm.
feel about the status of gymnastics right now, Shamori?
Oof. I've been like checking in here and there. I've definitely seen what the US has to bring, and then I've seen some international gymnasts as well. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really know anyone by name though. Like I've seen bits and pieces of like the Paris World Cup, but like the bad parts, I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like
Mhm.
just falling on beam, I definitely needed to see that. I like this
Oh,
comeback of hers. I
Oh.
definitely needed to see that. And them bar. The bars. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ugh. I
I want to
mean,
say
she's out
that.
there.
I want to say that. How do I put it? Someone's brought this up. This is the first Paris World Cup without no niggas. So what you thought was gonna happen with no niggas in Paris?
Right.
Because this
Point,
is the
yeah.
first one they ever had without Melody, like without Jordan Childs, without Shilese. I don't
Mhm.
remember there ever being a Paris World Cup without Black people.
Yeah, I don't think there has been because they've been sending Melanie.
But this is the
Right.
first one.
Yeah.
And we see how it went. I'm talking about. So I was very pumped for this because this was Julia's return, Jess's return, Kalia. So I was really pumped to see that. I'm really mad the USAG did not send Claire, Jocelyn, and
Yes.
Sky.
Yeah, I think there were they had a lot of options for who they could have sent.
Right.
They should
Right.
have sent somebody.
Or
Yeah.
even Jayla. I feel like Jayla should have gotten a chance. Like,
So my thing is,
kind of, she's on the bubble
mm,
ish for
Mhm.
Worlds, but like, just to see if she can be like a traveling alternate. I don't think it's her time right now.
the
I
thing is
really
for
don't.
Jayla, I agree with that. The thing is, Jayla has been to hella international meets this year.
That's true. Yeah.
She
So
So it's
she didn't
like
has.
necessarily need another one.
Claire hasn't been to one in a long ass time. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So I
True.
mean, that's why I would send her. And Sky hasn't competed internationally since 2023 World. See what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So, and she fucked around at that competition. So
Yeah.
that's why I would have sent her. And
Right.
then Jocelyn, you just want to get more floor routines under her belt. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. And get her like in front of international judges more in
Right.
this
Right.
spot. Yeah.
Well, the
Because
other
they
three
still
gymnasts,
have a bit of time to like change her floor routine if needed.
yeah, the
Mhm.
other three gymnasts they have is the other three good gymnasts they have are was it Hesley, Leanne, and
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think
Jada?
Leanne needs more. I don't think Leanne needs more
I mean, she
international
could. I
experience.
wouldn't be opposed to sending her.
Mhm.
She hasn't competed internationally in 2 years either. You know what I'm talking about?
Fair
So
point. Yeah.
she needs more chains under her belt. You know what I'm talking about? Like she
Yeah.
wants
That might
more.
actually. Yeah, that would have been a good reason for. That would have been a good case for sending
But I feel
Leanne.
like the three that I would have sent would have been Joss, Sky, and Claire. I would have
Yeah.
sent those three. But I could hear an argument for even Hesley because Hesley hasn't competed internationally. She competed one time at Pan Am's, which is a nothing ass competition with judges that were part of the ABPP.
Mhm.
So they definitely had an agenda, those
Um,
judges. So I mean, send her to you know what I'm talking about.
right.
But I mean, I understand resting your best gymnast too for
Mhm.
Worlds. I understand that logic. So that's why I would have sent the three. I would
Yeah, but remember, like we said in 2022, they sent Shy, Jordan, and Jade to Paris,
right.
which I
Which
think
was
was
very
very good for
risky.
all three of them.
Which was very risky because those were the only three good gymnasts they had at the time.
Right, because Connor at that point was even though she would have been on the team if she was going for it. I think even at that point there was talk that she was injured and wouldn't be able to go to
Right.
Worlds.
And Sky was very inconsistent, and Leanne wasn't even back into World Trials. So
Right,
they
because if
literally
she
only
injured,
had three. They were only really those were the only three gymnasts they had in the US, really.
yeah, like those three would have been the core of their team.
So I mean, like, and they were they were the core of the team in Liverpool, but
Yeah.
it was a smart decision with how things panned out. But they were taking a big risk, especially with Shilese already being, with Shilese already having certain issues. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So
'Cause
Mhm.
I guess she talked a little bit about how she was having issues with her toe at that one of her toes at that point.
yeah, so yeah, we had to catch ourselves.
But I
Yeah.
love the fact that she got to do all four events in team final and she hit all four. I was so proud.
You mean Jordan?
No, Shilese.
Mm. Shilese didn't do all events in Liverpool.
Oh well, not in the
No,
team
I
final, but
meant
she did all her
the
BMX.
other world championships. My bad.
That
Oh,
was
right.
Because you're
badass
talking about
planning.
2022.
Yeah,
Okay.
2023, she had all her routines in team final too.
and that was because of
Yeah.
badass planning with the other hosts on the team.
Mhm.
True. I really wish though they didn't have both Simone and Shiley's do all around at that competition, but I understand. But like it's the team final, not the Shiley's and Simone final. But hey, I mean, what can we expect?
Right.
And what
That
do you
is
guys think about
foreplay.
Suni retiring?
I mean, she
I
hasn't officially
understand why it
retired,
happened.
but I'm not surprised. Y'all
I'm
can hear me
Yeah,
not
when I
she was
say
either.
having
this.
a lot of health issues, and she'd already done what she like going to Paris. I think she accomplished her final
I
goals.
just would hate to see her be a baby mama in the future because you know what I'm saying Shamori give a lot of parallels. What's her name? Jenny Ma. You remember Jenny Ma?
Who is that?
You don't remember who Jenny Ma is?
No,
From the real, the Asian lady who got made a baby mama.
Yeah, I don't know who that
no,
is
I
either.
don't know who that is.
She was talking about how she likes dark meat on the side, but she likes white meat with dark meat on the side.
Oh,
So she started dating this rapper. You know Jeezy, right? The rapper.
Yes.
yes.
That was his wife. They're getting a divorce. I think they were got divorced.
No.
Wow.
So listen, when they were dating, she was talking about, black women don't know how to do this because they don't know how to act around, their men, etc. They said all of this stuff, just end
But
up getting a
isn't
baby mama.
isn't she easy white?
Jeezy is black.
Oh,
No.
oh, oh! I thought you were talking about Halsey's ex. Never mind.
No,
Two different.
Jeezy is, oh, you talking about G Easy. No,
Yeah, yeah,
Jeezy,
yeah. Sorry, I misheard
you know the
you.
song is My President is Black, My Lambo
Oh, yeah.
is
Okay,
blue.
thank you.
Yeah,
Now I
that
understand what you're
song.
talking about. Okay.
So, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I see a lot of parallels because the kind of men that Suni Lee entertains are baby
Mm.
mama proteges. You know, I'm talking about
Mm.
you know exactly who I'm
Mm-mm.
talking about. Like
It's giving Sky Jackson 2.0.
2.0. Like, if they
Ugh.
not listen, if they not hood, she don't want them. You know what I'm talking about? If they not hood, she don't want them. Like, if they don't got grills in their mouth, she don't want them. Like, it's that kind of mentality. Like, Suni love for a hood nigga. So
Ooh.
I mean, when she get the hood nigga treatment, I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm talking
It's
about?
gonna get messy.
But a lot of non-black women, you know what I'm talking about? A lot of, in particular, mainly white and Hispanic women, but sometimes Asian women to a lesser degree think that they're better than black women. They think that, oh, well, he won't treat me how he treated her. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm this,
Right.
I'm that. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
And we just see we saw this happen to Bad Baby, to
No discrimination.
Erica Mena, Evelyn
Mm-hmm.
Lozada, you know what I'm talking about? Jenny Ma, you know what I'm talking about? Huda from Love Island, the Arab girl, because she a baby mama too. Huda's a baby
I
mama
haven't
too.
even watched Love Island.
But she's a baby mama. Like, so that's the
Wow.
point. Like, it don't matter. Like I said, that's an Arab woman. Like, but they think like Huda really thinks that she's better than certain black women and she got the same treatment. So that's all I'm saying. Like, Suni better watch out.
Right.
You better watch
They're
out.
not
But I
gonna
don't
discriminate.
they're not gonna discriminate, but they some hoes don't learn. You know what I'm talking about, yes, I think she made enough mistakes. They would have gave it to Shannon. What do you mean? You
Oh,
think
it's Shannon Miller versus Tatiana Gutsu.
yeah. I do want to say Kaya Wanyuan definitely had bobbles in that routine. I still think she should have won. I don't think she stuck the dismount either.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. She did. She didn't stick her dismount. I think that's what made the difference between her and Gina Gojian.
Mm-hmm.
But I do still. I think the problem was at the time the code let Gina get a 10.0 with that routine,
Mm-hmm.
which.
They're talking about Kaya Wanyuan 96. They're talking about the
Oh,
Atlanta.
96?
They're saying if Kaya Wanyuan competed her beam in team finals and did what she did in options, would she have cleared Shannon Miller? And I'm like,
Oh, okay. That's a good point.
she
Okay.
got the highest score at the Olympics, but I do want to say that literally, what's her name? Dominique Dawes did her best routine in the event finals, so she got her lowest score at the Olympics. So, I mean,
Yeah, like you never know what they would have done. They also did have, well, it was harder to get a 10 in event finals.
so I
I don't
mean,
know if there was I think Quay would have still gotten I think she probably still would have gotten a 10 event finals. I haven't checked, but
No, she would have definitely. Kai Yuan would have definitely got a medal, but would she have beaten Shannon Miller?
that is the question. Yeah, because like you said, I think they were still harsher about scores in event finals.
Right. Because she got a 9.875 in like a team optionals, and Shannon Miller got a 9.862. Also, Shannon Miller got a 9.862 with a hop in team finals too.
That's
so I do want to say the skills on the routine, the skills themselves, I feel like that might have been her most technical, but she did give away something on the dismount.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, I feel like Shannon went the most off in the all around.
Mm-hmm.
Before the last event, Shannon and Dominique was coming for the all around gold. Especially Dominique.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dominique went off. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
And then on fucking floor, like, there's no way Dominique would not have medaled if she would not have just hit her floor.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And realistically, without Lilia being overscored, I feel like she should have beaten Lilia. Like, if she hit all four, because she was better on Lilia. Like, only thing you could, what was Lilia really better than Dominique at? Because I was going to give her something. I'm like, wait a minute, can you even say that? Because I don't think that Lilia was better than Dominique on floor.
No, I don't think so. Maybe vault? I don't know. Lilia had better landings on vault.
But she's doing a half on front pike half.
Yeah, although at the Bertha versus Yachenko 1.5.
So that's what I'm saying. You know damn well she wasn't better than her on bars.
Right. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, at the time, Lilia's vault, I think, started out of it. The Podkapayeva started out of a 10, which
started at 1.5.
Yeah, it started. Yeah, and the 1.5 did too. So they were at the same level on vault. So I guess you could see why Lilia was scoring higher there, maybe because her landings tended to be better. That was where Dominique gave away stuff, but
yeah, they love that Podkapayeva with the nasty landing child. They love that Podkapayeva on floor.
Mm-hmm.
And that Mukina that almost went out of bounds every time. They loved them some Lilia Podkapayeva.
They did.
And I'm just like,
well, you know, my 1996 Atlanta floor podium would have been Dawes, Amanar, and then Podkapayeva.
Right.
I mean, you could reverse Amanar and Dawes, because I think Amanar had better tumbling, but Dominique Dawes had better dance elements.
Right.
And arguably, I would say, actually, no, I don't think inarguably better choreography.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, yeah.
I was still very impressed by the difficulty that Simona Amanar had, though.
Oh, absolutely. And Simona Amanar's dance elements were good. It's just like Dominique did a triple turn and all, so that was very impressive for 1996.
Right.
And she had great leaps.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, oh, yeah, because we were talking about whether or not Deng Yalan could beat Leanne. I think she's at a disadvantage just because of the type of vault she's doing.
Right.
Leanne is doing a chung and a DTY. Deng Yalan is doing a double twisting Sukahara and a Rudy. And we know the judges always score those vaults lower. They're more of a deduction trap.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Especially double twisted Sukahara, like.
Yeah. So I don't know. I can show you the vault sheet at World Trials. I could see these beating Leanne's, these ones specifically, just because the landings are good. And if Leanne fucked around on the landing, that could maybe make a difference.
Leanne's DTY is good, though.
It is. Yeah. That's the thing.
But can it be like clean Rudy?
Well, we'll see. I mean, the thing is, I think, okay, so here she goes. She does the soup first.
That's actually one of the best suits I've seen in a minute.
That's a what?
That's one of the best suits I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, like her bolts actually are pretty good.
They really are.
Yeah, so I do see why they think she could. I mean, I think she will definitely medal on vault. The question is if she gets the gold or not. But if she does that in event final, yeah, she should at least get silver.
Okay, Chung Fei. Like, I was not expecting that.
Like, I saw her. I'm like, oh, those are actually good. And that was right from the judging angle. So I'm like, yeah, that should actually score pretty well.
Right. That was good. I'll give it that. She might be a little bit ahead of Leanne, baby.
Yeah.
But you didn't forget Leanne only had one good chain.
Right. Whereas, yeah, Daniela has been hitting those vaults all year. That's the best I've seen her hit them, but yeah, but like her form is pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially on vaults where you don't normally see good form.
And it's like
on Rudy's, I've seen some nasty ones.
you talking about nasty
like that's better than Colleen Devillard's Rudy.
Oh, for
Listen,
sure.
Did get better. Colleen did get better at that in 2023. I will give her that.
But I want to say that
Mm-hmm.
some Rudies be nasty, but it be the double twisted cigar.
That could really be bad. Yeah.
You almost never. Every time you see that come up on the screen, it's like, oh, like
yeah, like there are not that many people who've had good twisting.
Didn't Jade used to do one?
Jade's was very good.
Jade's was good. Yeah, there are some that are good. It can happen.
Jade had a good
it
one.
Can happen.
But between that, but last one before Jade was good, in my opinion, was Zama.
Yeah, Zama's was pretty good. I was gonna say Monica Roshu's I thought was pretty good too.
Yeah, Monica Rosu did have a very good one. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Monica Rosu, Zamo, Jade, and then every now and then Alexa Moreno would do a good one.
Yes. That's
like I said, heavy on every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then she could, but not always.
Heavy on it every now and then.
Oh.
And then also her Rudy's were sometimes good too, but some of her other ones some of her other ones were wow, that's all I can say. But for me it was fucking Yamale, the Black Dominican.
Oh yeah.
And her fucking putting over.
Oh no.
You know what pissed me off is her second vault was a 1.5. So it was like you doing a putting over. You over here doing a putting over. She didn't have a DT. Wow. How are you doing a pruning over, but you didn't even have a DTY?
She had to use all the little strength she had.
But I'm like, Shamari, that's like someone doing a Biles vault, but can't even do but doing a Lopez the second vault. Like,
right.
Baby, start with a chain, love. If you're gonna put up, you should be able to at least do a DTY. Like,
true.
Be fucking for real. Like, I think the put up is harder than Biles one. The Biles one and the Biles two. Because I think it's harder than the Biles. I think it's harder than both because I think a double pike is easier than double front on every event. So I know that your Yurchenko entry, but you said I'm like a double front is harder than double pike on bars. It's harder than a double front is harder than double pike on beam. It's harder than a double pike on floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you get more power from the round off entry.
That's what I'm saying. So I was kind of shocked that the Biles vault was worth more.
Well, what I think it is as we know, they've purposefully devalued the Protonova for safety reasons.
Yeah. I do want to say that
people kept trying to kill themselves doing
you could argue that the Biles 2 is hard. It's actually harder than the Biles. The Biles 1 is harder than the Biles 2. Like, yes, technically, because we know Simone and Reeby have really good technique, but basically Biles 1 would be the same as a whip half to a double twist forward. And that is like on the same level as a double front. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's like someone doing like, what is it? I don't know, like a half turn into a double twist off beam, or basically a toe on half or something into a double twist forward dismount. That is not that. That's pretty tricky. I'm talking about.
It is, yeah.
So I mean, I see how this works like the same as a double front because it's very ACL prone too. Like,
exactly, yeah.
And aren't they both blind landings?
They are, yes. Yeah. Which is
I
why
think a Yurchenko full land double tuck would be a little easier than a bios too. I don't agree with that. A full twisting double tuck is definitely not easier than a double pike on any woman.
no, it isn't.
So I do not agree with that.
I don't either.
That cowboy would be huge. Trying think about when you see someone do a full land, like think about how many beautiful double pikes you've seen from the men, but think about what the full lands look like.
No, that's a really no, that is a good point. Yeah, because in Mag 2 they have I've seen some really nice like Suk double pikes and Yurchenko double pikes from the men.
Yeah.
I've seen absolutely no nice full twisting Suk double tucks.
No, so I don't believe that.
Yeah, and there was an Iranian gymnast, Mahdi Al Fati, did do a full twisting Yurchenko double tuck, and it doesn't look that great. And his double pikes are beautiful.
Yeah. Now I do want to say that Simone gets more height on her double pike than any of the men I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yes.
she does.
So yeah, because beam double pike is a E, full in is a G, right? That's how I look at it. Because usually, if you think about it, on all events they match up. The only thing that does not match up is a double layout on a double layout on bars being worked the same as a full in. But I do want to say that you could argue off beam a double layout is harder than a double double.
I think it would be because Simone could do a double double off beam. She could never, even like being as short as she is, she could still not do a double layout off beam.
Because it just the amount of rotation, like clearly on floor double double is harder than double layout, but off beam getting the rotation is very difficult.
Exactly.
And Simone was able to do double double so easily because she can twist very fast.
Right. And she does have very good technique, but yeah, I think even as good as her technique on her back handsprings is, and even as short as she is, it was still not like even she couldn't do it.
Right. Double layout off beam would at least be realistically the double double off beam should have been a I or J.
Absolutely.
A J.
Yeah. Well, because the double tuck on off beam is a D, the full in is a G. So the double double should have been a J.
Right.
I mean, if they'd only given it an I could have understood that, but at H, it's like we don't want anyone to do this.
It's worth the same as it is on floor. Be fucking for real. I'm talking about like
right.
I don't think people really understand. Like you could argue that the double double off beam is her hardest skill she's ever done.
Absolutely.
That's if someone imagine you telling someone like 10 years ago someone would do a double double off beam like crazy. I never thought I would see some shit like that.
No.
Right.
So I mean there's a lot of things that happen in our lifetime. Kalia on bars, I never thought we would see shit like that.
Yeah, like the connection she does and the skill she does. Like I guess you could have maybe foreseen an in-bar Nabieva, even though that's really crazy to see. But like all the connections she's making, especially the Pack Tacoma 2.
Yeah.
Like at one point, like I was just like asking why doesn't Kalia upgrade to Tacoma 2? And someone was like, oh, no one could ever do a Tacoma 2 out of a pack.
And then she did like that.
Yeah. Or
also,
like,
Suni connecting out of a Bahardawaj is something I never thought.
Yeah, Nabieva, Bahardwaj, Maloney, getting her that was.
And she's getting ready to do a Bahardawaj into a Van Leeuwen in Paris.
Right, and she was hitting it in training. She had never hit it in competition, but she could do it in training, which is still impressive.
Yeah, so I mean that I'm talking about. I never thought I would see a double double off beam. I do want to say a triple double is very impressive, but it's not that unbelievable to me that someone could do it. I'm talking about, but it's still very impressive the way Simone does it. But what's impressed me the most about Simone, in my opinion, was actually her Moors in like 2018 and stuff.
Oh, that was beautiful Moors.
Yes.
She just got so much height. Because I really think Jade could do a triple double if she wanted to on the floor.
I think that Jade and Michaela did do triple double tucks in training. I don't know why they never did them in.
Because I don't really see Jade was focused on trying to get a triple double layout.
Right. That probably screwed up her technique, or just she didn't feel ready to do the triple double. Whereas her Moors in Tokyo was very good, very technically correct.
It was really good in 2024 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. Jessica Gadrova was at her peak in 2023.
Hmm.
Because I really wonder, like, why were they pushing Jess to do so much in 2023? Because, like, where she was in 2023 is where she should have been in Paris, if you think about it.
Right. And
Yes.
I think they
Yes.
really screwed Jess over with that. I guess since they knew Simone was coming back and Charlize had upgrades,
Hmm.
Reby had beaten Jess by a lot in
Hmm.
2022. Maybe they like pushed, maybe she was pushing that so she would still have a chance at an all around medal, but I don't know. It ended up not being worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
At all,
saying.
because like her bars should not allow her the medal in the all around. I don't care, or that beam. I don't. Her
That's
beam
why I put
skills
her
look.
beam, because her bars did
Her
come a
f-
long way.
Yeah, her
her flex
execution
feet
bars
and them
got
bent
way better.
knees. Oh my god!
But
Like
the thing
every
is,
flip lay. Oh my god!
I don't think she
Horrible.
should have been. I don't think she should have been beating any of the top three in Antwerp, but she was still very good. Like the chain, her I was watching like her chain and putting train like that chain was very good. Like
Hmm.
where she was
Yes.
at it floor, Mama was getting ready to turn up. Like I'm not
Right.
even gonna lie.
Yeah,
Like
and I think in 2023, like her bars and beam, even
mhm,
the beam, like even with all the deductions she had, it still looked better than it did in 2022. She looked more
yeah,
secure on a lot of things. So I'm like, with her upgrades on vault and floor, I could see it. Like I could
mhm,
see them making up for the weaknesses on bars and beam,
right.
though she was still very overscored on beam. Like I'm
So
putting that out there.
yeah, right. Like I feel like that where she was in 2023 was where she should have been at the Olympics because I don't
Right.
know how much more she could do. I think that they were
Yeah.
planning on having her do a front full to full in as her ending. I think they would have
Yeah, but
pushed for
even then,
that,
that wouldn't
maybe.
have. Well, actually, that would have added 2/10 in the 2024 code. Yes, that would have been worth it for her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that that was the only thing that she could do more,
Hmm.
really. Like, Beam, she did not have the two Losos back, so she could have added another Loso on Beam.
Hmm.
Bar, she was pretty much maxed out, but
Yeah.
she would have probably got a 14 in Paris with Paris scoring with that. Like,
Right. Right.
so, but realistically, she would have washed Suni, like.
Yeah.
She would have washed Suni like in Antwerp. Like where her Antwerp routines would have washed. You said I'm wrong somewhere, like she would have
No,
washed
I
Suni.
agree.
Like
Yeah.
No, I agree too, especially on floor.
yeah, like she would have washed Suni ass. Like she would have won the
Floor and
Olympic.
vault. I hated Suni's vault. Oh my god. Every time her DTY, it was just like, are you gonna make it? Or are you gonna
Yeah.
like fuck like, it was scary to
I
watch.
do want to say her international vaults are way better than her domestic ones. I'll give her that. But they
Yeah.
still are overscored. Like I was very shocked that she got a 14-1 in qualifications. Especially
Yeah.
when Jordan only got a 14-3. I was like, I know it ain't a 2-10 separation.
Yeah.
No way. I'm talking about
Yeah.
like,
Because Jordan had landing deductions on her GTY, so I could see her only getting a 14.33, but I could
right.
not see Suni scoring that high on her DTY.
That's what I'm saying
Right.
too. So it's just Alicia's DT1 qualification, such a big gap between Simone and Reby and everyone else. You're not wrong. Like, I do want to say the gap between Charlize and Reby isn't that much, but it's still pretty significant. Like, it would take like Reby is not consistent. So it's possible for Charlize to beat Reby just because Reby is never consistent, especially all around finals. But in
Mhm.
terms of Simone and Reeby's scoring potential, it's just way higher than the rest of the gymnasts.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, I hear that. Um, yeah. Same thing with like Tokyo was very competitive, like with the all arounders and stuff, because they were pretty similar at their peaks.
Hmm.
So yes, something to talk about. So moving on to the events on vault, we know it's going to be between if Leanne makes it because it's still possible they don't take Leanne, but I think that they most likely will.
Yeah, I
But
think
Mhm.
because I think a lot of people feel that she is a favorite for Vault Gold, so I have to think the US would prioritize that.
mhm,
Because like if we're talking about Leanne versus Jocelyn, like assuming Claire does really, really well at camp and they're like, yeah, she's getting sent.
right,
Then I would say if it comes down to Leanne versus Jocelyn, I think Leanne's chances of winning vault are much, much higher than Jocelyn's chances of winning floor are.
I do want to get to that later on. We talk about floor, but vault for sure. I agree.
I would say
Leanne
Leanne and
is
Danielle
kind of
Lam would be the 2 gold medal
Yeah.
favorites.
and then we don't know where An Chang Ok is, so
Yeah, North Korea didn't send a team to Asian Championships, and I don't think An Chang-ok has been to any World Cups this year.
right.
Mhm.
Let me just make sure that's correct. But yeah, so we don't know where she is, which means we don't know if she's going to be there or what her vaults are going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she doesn't have any international. I checked the gymter.net, and she doesn't have any results for 2025. So I don't know if they're saving her and they're going to send her to Worlds as a surprise, or if she's been injured or regressed or something.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, do you guys think that Joss can like clean her form up in time on vault? Because those vaults, her DTY, I don't know, like
So
what happened.
I don't know. I've heard speculation that the Joss's biggest problem form-wise is that her early coaches emphasized difficulty over form when she was really
Ugh.
young. So there's only so much coaches can do now to help her correct her form. Like she would basically have to go. I think she would basically have to go back and relearn how to do a lot of things.
Right. Hmm. That
So,
DTY
which
a lot of times looks nasty.
it is, yeah. Like, and I think that's why even Joss with a Chung would still struggle a lot on vault, which
Yeah.
is what we saw in 2023, where she only qualified 6th to vault
Right.
final. Now, granted, that was a much more competitive vault field because you had Simone there, you had Reby, Jess, Jade. You didn't have Jade. Never mind. Take that out. Jade was not there. Jocelyn was there instead. But yeah, then you had and you had Yosu Zhang.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, that was a much more competitive vault final.
Right.
But like Joss's, again, like you said, Shamari, Joss's DTY is so bad. I could see her ending up with a lower score than someone with like a good DTY and Lopez,
Right.
which we've seen from, I think, both Abby Martin and Karina Schoenmeyer. I mean, actually, if you want to compare it, Jordan Childs's vault scores in Liverpool were better than Jocelyn's scores in Antwerp. So yeah, so like it's not just a hypothetical. Like someone with a really good DTY and Lopez could beat Joss. So
I
like,
want Jordan just to come back just to clear house again. That would be
Me
like
too, but
amazing.
so that's vault. Moving on to bars, we know it's between Kenya and Fan Yuanyue. Is it that?
oh, Yang Fan, yeah,
Young Fan
Yang
Yue.
Fan Yue, yeah.
And I feel like it's a big task for Young to beat Kalia.
Yeah,
Young is very consistent though.
she is. So I would expect her to get silver over anybody else.
Yeah, because I feel like she can get into the mid 15. I think she's consistently getting low 15s.
Right. Yeah, I think she could easily get 15. And if Kalia fucked around a little bit, I could see Yang Fan Yue beating her for
Yeah,
gold.
because I mean, what Kalia did in event finals was she only got like a 15, right? Or 15
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In event finals in Antwerp, yeah, I think she got a 15.033, and Chu Chiu got a 15.1.
No, I mean what Kalia did at Paris World Cup in event finals.
Oh, yeah, she got a 15. I think she got a 15.033 again.
Yeah, so
I think Yang Fan Yue could beat that.
Right.
Or tie that and then win gold based on the tiebreak.
Yeah. And I don't think
And that was only with one misconnection too, so
yeah,
that's close.
It is close.
2 misconnections actually, I think.
Oh, she missed 2?
I don't think she connected the pack to the Maloney.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she did. Yeah, she did Namor, in-bar circle, pack, Kip. Then she did the rest of her routine connected.
Okay. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, because she got a 6.8. She only got a 6.8D in at the Paris World Cup event final versus the 7.1 she was aiming for.
Right.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I guess for bronze could be kind of open. China isn't sending Zhang Yahan, so they don't really have any other bars contenders. So I would say like Russia, I'm assuming will send Lyudmila Roshina, who I think is a really big contender for bronze. Who else?
Are any of the Italian gymnasts ready?
Mhm.
We don't know. I mean, if Alice's bar routine comes together, she's a contender.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she's doing like what she was doing in Paris, she could potentially get bronze.
Right, because her bars were pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Like she has a six. Her max is a 6'4". I think Ludmila's is 6'7". If she does the in bar half versus a toe on half. With the toe on half, it's a 6'5", I think. So yeah, so she definitely has an advantage. Nina's retired. Helen Kevrich of Germany is injured, so she's not competing. She injured herself at Euros, which was disappointing.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, who else do we have? I mean, I don't think Claire or Hesley are really. They're not. I don't think they're really competitive for a bar medal.
Right.
Like they have good skills and good parts of their bar routines, but like we've talked about a lot, they both have serious compositional issues that are really holding them back. Yeah, I would say those would maybe be the top ones for bars.
Yeah. But definitely those two. And then
Yeah.
Beam is a lot more wide open, especially now that unfortunately the Swedish girl got injured.
Oh, she
Mhm.
did. I didn't see that. That sucks.
But I know that if everyone hits, or realistically, even if what's her name makes a mistake, I feel like she could still probably win, maybe. But no, because I feel like if Hesley goes out there and hits, and Sky makes the team, the most vulnerable person on the team actually is Sky Blakely when you think about it, because
Oh yeah, because Sky doesn't have a great shot at a bar medal. I think it's possible if somebody messes up, she could get a bar medal. But yeah, her main strength is beam, and Hesley is beating
uh,
her.
I
So
would say
and
Hesley's
like the
beating her, but they're scoring about the same.
consistency.
They're scoring about the same on beam, and they both have about the same chance of the medal. Now,
right.
logically, you would want two people who could give you that, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like her strength overlaps with Hesley, which is also for the all around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and Claire is
So,
clean enough on beam she could medal if people
right.
Oh, I
screw up.
love Claire
It
on
happens
beam.
all the
Yeah.
time in beam finals. So
I want
yeah,
Claire to
I
win a
agree.
beam medal so
Yeah,
bad.
Sky
She
could
deserves
easily.
it.
I'm not denying Sky could easily win, and I think that Sky's chances for a B medal is a little bit better than Claire. I bet Hesley's, but they are pretty similar. You know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah,
I'm
so
thinking about the logic from USAG.
that's a good point. Like, could they potentially decide to send Joss to Hesley, Claire, Joss, and Leanne because Joss is their best chance for a floor medal, and
Right.
nobody else
Mhm.
really has the chance she has?
Well, I think a lot of people think Hesley will score because Hesley was scoring the 14s on floor.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think those scores were unrealistic, but I don't think it's impossible for Hesley to get a floor medal.
right. I don't
I
think
think
so.
that's totally a thing that could happen.
I think it
Um,
happened, but I really think that Bean, we know that Hesley,
China is
Hesley,
sending two
Sky,
big. Yeah,
Claire to a
China is
lesser
sending.
degree, Manila. Manila can
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely win a medal on beam.
Zhou Yaqin and Zhang Qingying are both huge contenders for gold. I
Joe
think.
Joe Uchina is the favorite
Yeah,
by a
she's the
good bit.
favorite. Yeah. Yeah, and Zhang Qingying has started really going off on beam this year again. Her Yurchenko loop is way better than it was.
Right.
It's actually controlled now.
They were dead wrong for giving that girl a fall for that.
They were. And I think even the WTC said the judging panel should not have given it a fall. It should have been a 5-10 loss of control.
I don't even think it deserves a 5/10 loss of control because it's not absolutely perfect. You get 5/10. How is that fair?
That yeah, I don't think that's totally fair. I agree. I agree. But like they said, that's the max they should have taken for it. So
Yeah, like missing with that shit.
yeah,
But
they,
that's another case. You can make a case that we talked. You can make a case that China was robbed by France in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, like I understand with France, like they hit all 12 of their routines, which is really impressive. But they wrongly gave Zhang Qingying a fall for her beam, and I think we all agree like it's very sketchy whenever they downgrade Oyushan's triple twist on floor.
Very sketchy. I'm talking about. And
Yeah, so it's like
what happened is Oyushan got her triple twist downgraded, and she fell on her 2.5.
yeah. So for her, it was her fault. She fell on the 2.5.
Because even if she would have fell on the 2.5, I think China would have still beat France even without that.
Yeah, but they did ground. But it's like those are two really sketchy judging calls that if you add the two of them up, I think they give China the
because
France.
she gains back up because it's the audacity to repeat 2 skills and then fall on the next one. That's just like that's like what, almost 2 points off. Like
come on, yeah,
that's a lot of deduction.
Yeah.
So because she loses a point, she literally didn't even do the skill because she literally didn't even do the skill and she still fell on it because they didn't even count it.
Right.
So that's that. Plus, like, just lost 2/10 because whip 2.5 instead of whip triple.
Right.
Just everything went wrong. We talking that's like a good 1.5 easy. They took off on Oyushan. Plus, the 0.5 they literally admitted to. So they literally took about 2 points off from China.
Right.
And I think
they didn't necessarily.
France only beat China by 9/10 or something.
9/10, yeah.
So, yeah, that's a very questionable decision.
Yeah.
So
like I said, I do get that France hit all their routines and China had the fall on floor.
Right.
But
damn, 2 points, 9 times.
Yeah, I mean, and the only point that was justified was taking the fall from Oyushan. But
yeah, that one, and the thing is, even because they lost by 9/10, so even if that one fall would have been enough to give China the gold, to give China the bronze, because she literally failed. So
yeah, so it's still like it's still
losing
hard.
the skill, she would have won. They would have beaten France if Oyushan wouldn't have fucked up. But even with Oyushan fucking up, she should have got her triple twist credited. I'm talking about, and they damn should have taken that 0.5 off for that back thing. Like they were wrong as fuck for that. So even with her fall, you add those two things together, that makes up the point that China lost.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm happy Melanie finally got a world medal. So.
I am too.
Yeah.
Because Melanie went off, especially she went off on me. Like,
but like they should have went off the next year.
Right.
They fumbled so bad. I felt so bad for them. I really did. Because they didn't qualify.
Especially if Melanie even qualified all around. Like, I never
like that's
I was
wow.
shocked that happened. Yeah.
I was shocked.
And Melanie at least qualifies to one event final at least.
Yeah.
She didn't qualify for anything.
I do want to say, I don't think she qualified for anything besides all around in 2023.
She didn't, that's true, but
because normally I'm used to seeing her in like a floor final or like a beam final. Maybe
that was the Tokyo quad.
Yeah, that was the Tokyo quad where she was qualifying for more stuff. She didn't have the same luck in the Paris quad, but it was still very shocking to see her not qualify for anything.
Right.
Yeah. Poor
Melanie.
Well, I've seen no French gymnasts qualify for anything too.
Melanie should have.
I would expect them to at least get someone in the vault final, even if they couldn't medal.
Colleen should have gotten to vault finals. Melanie should have qualified for beam and floor.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Or for bars.
Bars is very tough because Simona Reed didn't even make it.
Bars was super competitive. That's a good.
So I could take her not making it to bars because a lot of people ain't making the bar finals.
Mm-hmm.
But her not even making it to all around. I'm talking about like I was expecting her to be an all around medal favorite, let alone like not even qualify. Yeah, and I still agree with that. Like if Melanie would have hit like what she did in Antwerp, team finals was better than what Suni could do. Well, not what Suni could do, but what Suni did in all around for sure.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, like her hitting for routine, she was a favorite for bronze with the feel she had.
Exactly, because she's such a well balanced all arounder. She just. I don't know. Yeah, that was just really disappointing to see.
And then Reedy like I said, I was over Reby when Reby lost bars to Simone in qualifications. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, because that's the only event you can say Reeby's better than Simone. And when Simone beats you with that, it's like, girl, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Mhm.
Right.
because I mean, you expect, like, okay, Reeby did not beat Simone on vault, beam, and floor. Like, that makes sense. But
Right.
bars, say what now? Like, when I said it, I
Because
was
she can get
like,
in the 14.8s. Her
yes,
handstands are good. Her form is good. And we've seen it.
right. Because, I mean, in the all around, she clocked Simone on bars. Like,
Well, yeah, because Simone fucked up on her back.
yeah, but even still, like, that was a good bar team for Reby all around. I'll give
It
her that.
was, yeah.
But
I don't
she
think Simone
clocked her in
fucked
all
up.
around. But in qualifications, I was like, yeah, she ain't finna stand no shit. Like, I already had that, like, because it's like, if Reeby's gonna win, she's gonna have to use her advantage on bars.
Yes.
Right, and she's gonna have to do as good as she can on beam and floor.
Right. She went, I watched her beam. That was her best beam of her life. The one in qualifications.
I
I just
know it's
watched
sort
it.
of sad she couldn't bring that to all around her event finals.
Yeah, she went off. She went the fuck off. I'm not even gonna lie. She went off in qualifications.
How do you guys feel about her getting fourth in the beam final?
I plead the
I
fifth.
think she should have gotten at least bronze. I've said that before. I think she should have gotten at least bronze.
Me too.
Yeah, just because
Definitely me too. Because
Manila had such a big error.
yes. And Reeby's routine looks so clean.
It was, yeah. Like the biggest problem was that she messed up. She missed a critical connection
Right.
because she didn't do the she didn't end up doing her aerial walkover, ring jump, back handspring step out, so that cost her 4/10. But
Right.
like even with a 5.7, I think she still should have at least beaten Manila.
Right. I felt like that was one of her like best routines.
I think best is a stretch because again, like the missed connection, she had some small wobbles, but
But I mean for that event, like for that beam event final, I definitely think it was like medal worthy.
absolutely, she absolutely should have been on the podium. I was shocked she wasn't.
I was surprised that both Suni and Simone fell too. I was like, wow. I
Yeah.
guess we're
Yeah.
fucking around today, guys.
Well, like Suni falling, like that could happen. Like Suni's not the most consistent on beam. Although
Right.
usually she
But
doesn't fall.
I expected it. I kind of expected Suni to fall, but not Simone. Because
Yeah,
I
not
thought
Simone.
like Simone was hungry for it, and I was just like, okay, maybe this will be the one.
Yeah,
No.
And
also like by the
if
time
Simone would have hit even just a half-ass beer routine, she would have won that.
right, because
Exactly.
it's like by that point, like her two biggest competitors had fallen. Or sorry, Joe didn't fall. Joe just grabbed the beam, but that certainly took her out of gold medal contention.
Right. So
So it's
Simone would have
like,
just
okay, like your biggest competitor only put up a 14.1.
right.
You can beat that with like you said, a not even good beam routine.
Exactly. Like Simone should have won that. Like, yeah, I'm
Or
talking
even like
about
Alice's 14.366, which I think was when I scored I had like 14.2, so it was overscored, but like Simone could beat a 14.366.
Of
yes, like
course. Easily.
Yeah,
easily.
easily. Like
So that's what I'm saying. Like that was Simone. Simone just needed an AOE to win. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Simone should have won that. Hands fucking down, bitch. Like
yeah, it's like
that shit was handed to you on a silver platter.
yeah, it's like again, her two biggest competitors fucked up. Joe grabbed the beam and only put up a 14.1. Suni
You
fell.
think if she would have won beam, she would have been gassed up going in the floor?
Yes.
Probably. But like I
I
feel
think
like
she was shaken going. I think she was shaken going into floor, especially because they gave her
uh,
the 3/10 salute deduction,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she was pissed after that.
but that didn't even affect the standings. But she was still like really pissed about it, understandably so.
She definitely should have won 5 golds in Paris. Like,
Yeah,
because she's supposed to win her 5 golds in Rio. She didn't do that. So
but she
Right.
got close. She won 4 and got 5 medals, which is still really impressive. But yeah,
yeah.
like
The only time she
like
actually got her
in
5 golds was in
The world
Stuttgart.
championships. Yep.
in Stuttgart. Yep.
Because she got 4 in Antwerp. She got 4 in what is it?
Oh, she got 4 in I think Nane. No, wait, no, she didn't. How many did she
No,
get?
she did get 490.
Right. Because she got.
2014.
Wait, no, I think
2015 Glasgow.
Tw-
2014 she won vault. I mean, she won all around team finals, beam and
Vol.
floor.
No, she didn't win Vol.
She won
That's not
beam and
true.
floor, and
yeah,
then
she
she
went
won
beam
beam
and
and
floor. Yeah, but she
she
didn't
won
win.
beam and floor again in 2015 plus all around the
Mhm.
team final. So that's 4. And
Yeah.
then
Right.
this time in what is it, in Rio, she won vault and floor, and then she won
Mhm.
all around the team finals. And
Yeah.
then what is it? Well, I'm thinking about the
Doha,
next
I
one.
don't think she got. She got 6
She
medals, but
got 4. She
wait, did
won
she? Oh yeah, because she still
floor
won
and
vault and
vault,
floor.
and
Yeah, you're
then
right.
Stuttgart is the only time she won vault all around. An, she won an even bars,
Oh no,
beam,
not an
and
even
floor.
bars. She didn't win.
Cause
She didn't medal on an even bars,
she
and
didn't medal in even bars, but she won 5 golds.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, in every event final she was in. Yeah.
She won the
Yeah.
gold in Stuttgart. And then
Mhm.
Tokyo, you already know, like moving on. But realistically, it was an uphill battle for Simone to win gold on BBUA
It
in
was, but
Tokyo.
like in Paris, it was an uphill battle. But like again, by the time she got up, like she didn't need to do that much to win.
Yeah, like because
She didn't.
I
She
think
needed to
that
hit a decent routine. That's
right,
all
I
she
think
needed.
that she would have won, and she would have won in Tokyo if she would have hit beat all her difficulty, just because that Chin Chin was getting all her connections and stuff. Because Chin Chin only got like a 14.6, I think. Simone could have beat that.
Yeah.
But if
She
Chin Chin had really went off, I mean, Chin Chin did go off in qualification. She only got a 14.9. So I
yeah
think Simone could have beat that. You know what I'm talking about? But
yeah.
they
But
were
what
right,
about that? Yeah, she got a higher score than that in Stuttgart. That's a good point.
but they were playing in her fucking face with it because they only gave her a 7.9 E.
Yeah.
When that 7.9 E came up, I was like, whoa. I was so lost. I was like, wait a minute, like, you know what
That
I'm
was
talking
a
about.
little
That
yeah.
7.9 E really, like, I was like,
I think the
hold on,
podium
hold
was.
on.
I think in Tokyo the beam podium was right, but the scores were weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Simone's
The way
score
they
threw
got
me off.
it
yeah,
did throw me off.
the way they
Like,
got there was wrong, but I think the podium was right.
I think that
Right.
should have been at least 8.3, like 8.38. Boy, like I'm like, because she only
They
had
were
one
hard on
Bible.
her.
She only
Yeah,
had
they were
one
really
Bible in the
hard.
routine.
Yeah.
They was not fucking with her. Like they did not want her.
I mean, where did the top beam E score in Tokyo was an 833, which is what they
From
gave.
Listy.
Yeah, from Listy and team final. So like, but I could see like Simone getting like 8.2, 8.3 for that. And I think Tang Shi Jing's E score should have been higher than 8.266.
Mm.
Because
With
Tang,
that 310, she was 3/10 off on her layout.
but that was the only issue she really
That's
had.
true.
Yeah, because like everything else looked really good.
Simone had what, a 10th Bible on her switch half?
Something like that.
Y-
Yeah.
Didn't she
That
like
was
miss
it.
that connection?
She did,
Well,
so that
yeah,
cost her
Simone
two
missed
tenths.
connections, which hurt her D
She missed
score.
one connection and she had a 110 Bible, and that was it.
Yeah, that's all I remember really being wrong with it, besides
Yes.
like the other little
She didn't
critics, you
have
know? But
nothing else. I mean, she had like, the normal deduction she has, but when
Yeah.
that
right.
7.9 E came up, I was like, hold on. I was just so lost. Like, I was like,
Me
hold on, hold on, hold
too.
on,
I
hold
was
on.
like, not even a 8050. Like, you know how sometimes they throw in those
Yeah, like they
weird
could have given
Yeah.
her like they
execution?
gave Fan Chen Chen an 8.066. They could have done that for Simone.
Like,
Yeah.
they played in her fucking face. Um,
They could
I
have
do
given
feel
her an
like she
8.1
had.
out of
I feel like she
respect.
regressed a little bit. She regressed in Tokyo, even like at her peak, like at nationals and Olympic trials. She regressed on beam and
Mhm.
bars from
Yeah,
the Olympics. I mean, from 2019.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that she had
Her hips
improved.
were tighter on beam and
You
I
could
mean,
argue she
like
she
they were in.
definitely
Yeah,
she actually improved on vault. She improved on vault.
hmm
Floor, it was basically a wash, like in my
yeah,
opinion. But she definitely regressed on bars and beam in 20. But I mean, you could say that in Paris too. Like in Paris, she
Yes.
regressed on bars and beam
A
from
lot,
2023.
especially on bars. I don't know what happened to Simone on bars. She used to like be scoring higher, and then she kind of like same with Rebecca. They both kind of just like had that one peak moment on bars and then kind of regressed
Yeah, I think
slowly.
So
Simone had a couple of weeks.
Rebecca peaked on bars in 2021
World Championships.
world championships. But I do want to say
Yes.
that she definitely hit her peak since then in Paris, in my opinion. Like
Yes.
her Paris bar routines were the best they've been since 2021.
Yeah.
She only place where Reby regressed was on floor, but she
Mhm.
regressed a lot from like 2023. Because
Yeah.
2023, she scored a 14.5 and a 14.6, and she scored a 14 with going out of bounds with both feet. So that just lets you know, like she was in the mid 14 ranges as an average. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
And she was barely even cracking 14, like were her best routines. And so she regressed by like half a point on
Yeah.
one event.
Mm.
So that's the only place where she regressed to me. She was better on vault. I mean, I know her best vault was at 2023 Pan Ams, but
Mm-hmm.
from Worlds, her vault was better.
Yes.
Her vault was better for sure.
Yeah, and her bars were better. And I think we saw, like you said, her qualification beam in Paris was even better than her bronze winning beam routine in Antwerp.
And that was her only good beam in Antwerp too. So her
Right.
other beams was trash. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say trash, but Charlize spent a half a point on her in the all.
Right.
So I mean, like, she was fucking around on beam like throughout the whole meet.
Yeah.
Besides event finals.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But 2023 was that year, like especially in gymnastics, like
Yeah.
2023 was that year. And it's like it just has not gave that. It
It
has
has.
not gave that ever since.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So let's hope we get good stuff in Jakarta.
I hope so too. So moving on to floor.
Let me see. I mean, if they send Jocelyn, she's obviously a contender. She's aiming for like a 6'5", 6'6" on floor. The 6'6" is depending on her actually doing a triple wolf turn, which I'm not super confident in, but like 6'5" still puts her way ahead of all the other contenders. Because we know just almost as sure as we can be, Jessica Gadarova will not be turning up with a 6'2", 6'3". Anna Kalmakova, I think, is the second, and her max is a 6'1", but like we've both said, there's a good chance she could get some of those leaps downgraded, which would lower her D score. Does Hesley have a 5'8"? Sabrina, yeah, I think Sabrina got a 5'9" at the Paris World Cup. I don't know if she can get much higher than that. Like, I guess, again, it could be like if she maybe gets a leap credited. I don't know. But her leaps are always sort of under-rotated. She's lucky she doesn't lose more than she does, actually. Manila is like 5'7" to 5'8". Anna is 5'7" to 5'8".
Yeah.
Anna Barbosa, Anna Barbosa.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
you know, I'll never forget that name.
So, like, I think those are kind of I think those are kind of the contenders. So I guess even if Joss doesn't fuck around too much on her landings, I think she actually could win the title.
Right.
So, like, because she's starting from way ahead.
Right.
She
should break 14.
Yeah, and I guess if like Japan's and Shoko Miyata or who's the other? Aiko Sugahara has had some pretty.
Aiko's double layout is just so beautiful. Like,
right. Like I wouldn't totally discount the idea of a Japanese floor medal.
Like 6'5", 7'7" is still like a 14-2, right? That's
right.
So, I mean, Josh
like
is
7'7", 7'6".
If Josh hits, she is a favorite for me.
Yeah, like I think her worst E score where she'd fuck around on a lot on her landings was in Antwerp, where she got a 7.433.
Right.
But with a 6'5", that would still put her at what, a 13.933.
Right.
Which could still be the gold medal score based on what everybody else has.
Right. So that's why I feel like she should go to Jakarta.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Joss's medal chances on floor are actually a lot better than I thought they were when you put it out like that. when you actually do the math.
Where the fuck Shamari go?
I don't know. He might have lost connection, or he might have had
I
to
just
get.
hit him up on Instagram, like, sir, we was, in the middle of our good stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited for I'm really excited. And we've been creating the peak teams. That's the videos I'll look into, like the peak teams for countries with GB, US, China,
Yeah,
Russia.
yeah. I liked our GB team. What did we do? What did we say? Jessica
On any GB
Gadarova,
teams, Jess is a lock. So it was Jess,
Jess
the
on
Downey
D,
sisters,
Downey Sisters, and Beth Tweddle, which gives you a really
and
amazing.
Ondine.
Yeah, no, yeah, I said on Dean, yeah, which gives you a really, really good vault and a really good vault and bars rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I think in beam and floor are still good.
Yeah.
Because like we said, what we had our floor rotation was Beth, Ellie, and Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were like I said, Beth did win the world title on floor in 2009. That was a weak final, but still.
Right.
But like I think their routines with different choreography would score pretty well.
Right.
Especially Ellie's. And Ellie's choreography was closer to what it needed to be.
And that is a fair point. Like I hear people say it's weak, but I do agree. Like it's at the time. Like this is the best in the world at the time. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah. So it's like, and it's still like it is a good floor routine. We said like we added up the D scores for them. The D scores are still good. Like
right.
Like for a while, Britain's GP's second best floor routine was Alice Kinsella, who was really at risk of getting downgraded severely with a triple twist in the 2.5.
Right.
And what did we said? Ellie was at like a 5.7 and Beth was like 5.8, 5.9.
Right.
So that's ahead of Alice Kinsella.
So I mean, yeah, she had a lot of worst case Josh loses gold on E-score tiebreak. Yeah, but do you feel like that Sabrina can get a 14 with this routine?
I think that's her max with this routine. Because like I think like even with her like best executed routines, they're not giving her super high E scores either. Like I think her max is like 8.081.
I think she got a 13.8 in qualification. I mean, in Paris World Cup.
Yeah, which is a 7 with a 5.
She went out of bounds with both feet too.
She did. That's true. Oh, I thought they only took 1/10 for.
No, they gave her 3/10.
Oh, you're right. They did in qualification. They gave her 3/10. Yeah.
And then in event finals, she served the first tumbling pass. The second tumbling pass, she fucked around on the syllabus.
Yeah, she did, which isn't what usually happens. Usually the syllabus is her best skill.
So that's what I'm saying. Like with her best routines, like with her, like she actually hits all tumbling passes.
Like 8.081. I think that's.
I don't think she gets 8.0, but because she's in like what a 6.2 or something now.
Well, I think currently she has a 5. They gave her a 5.9 in Paris. I don't know if there are upgrades she'll make.
5 Paris, that means she's at a 6.1 now. She only had a double layout to front tuck. Now she has a whip to double layout to front tuck.
Oh, good point. Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, so she's.
I meant Paris World Cup.
Oh,
not Paris. Yeah. Yeah, they only gave her a 5.9. I don't know
what's her tumbling passes. She has whip, double layout to front tuck, syllabus, and what's her other passes?
I think she only did 3 in Paris. Let's pull up her routine. I'm like, I've seen her do a couple different routines this year. Let me pull it up. We just figure out what they did. Okay, so Sabrina, Monica, Winia, Paris World Cup. Okay, 1 sec. I'm just gonna mute this. Get dinged. I'm just watching the ad. Hang on. We can figure out where we'll solve this. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I thought it was a 5.9. Okay, it's coming.
Listen, Sabrina also has a full. That's what I thought too.
Yeah, she has a full and is her third pass, I think. Okay, so she's going and she does whip, double layout, punch front. Okay, so that starts off. Hang on. I'm just writing down the D to figure out what they did and didn't give her. Yeah, so that's see. Yeah, so whip A plus DLO. A, okay, it's 0.4 CV. I just got composition requirements. Okay.
I thought we was gonna play it on the screen. He's gonna turn the volume off.
Oh, is it not playing? Oh, sorry, share. I'm sorry. Yeah, so
You
shooter.
good.
Okay, let's do, yeah, sorry. First pass. Okay, so that's, yeah, the double layout, punch front. Yeah, 0.4 CE, 1.0 CR.
She ate that. I can't even lie. Like she did.
No, that was great. Okay, so here she goes. This is Syllabosh. Okay, yeah. Ooh, low landing, but she is in bounds.
Maybe a 3/10 step. Like that was a lot, but
Yeah, that like normally that's way better. Normally your Syllabosh is better. Okay, she's just doing choreo. Each full twist done. Okay, that's the what, split leap full or split jump full. So
I think this is a full in.
Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be her full in. Yeah, I was just getting her dance elements. Okay, that's Muhina. Yep. Hang on, I'm just pausing to make sure I get everything before she goes into the turn. Muhina E. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Attempted Gomez? I'd only give that a triple turn because she fell out of it.
I don't even know if I would give it that because she fell out the triple.
Yeah. Okay, switch leap. What was that?
Oh, she only had 3 passes.
Yeah, she only had 3 passes. Yeah, so that might, so then maybe she'll come back with another pass.
I think that's smart though.
Yeah, because she can lose a lot on her tumbling.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think that means she's counting. Yeah, because of that, that means she's counting, has to count a B skill because she's counting her switch leap.
Gotcha. Okay.
But even so, that still might not be a bad strategic move.
No, it won't be. Now, with that, I don't think she can beat Josh if Josh hits. Yeah.
Yeah, like, because like I said, it's not like Sabrina has, like, her best routines still don't have, like, amazingly clean execution.
Right. But Josh can fuck around and get herself injured with all the shit she's trying to do. Like,
right. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Right. Moore's front 4 to full in and 2. So that's wow. That's like
that's a lot.
Like, wow. That very, I'm not gonna lie, she, like I said, besides Jade and Simone, that's the hardest anyone's ever done.
Right. So I really think Joss's chances of winning floor are actually way better.
Yeah. She has to be.
I was all like, oh, her E score could give it away if she has a bunch of really bad landings. Technically, that could still give it away if she has like a bunch of really bad landings, but
yeah.
But she has a much bigger D score cushion than I realized.
Yeah, she does. 6/10.
Yeah. Yeah, like again, like maybe 4/10 if Anna gets everything credited, but I don't think I've seen her do a floor routine where she could get everything credited. Anna Kamalkova, not Anna Barboso. Because Anna's best, like I said, is 5'8", 5'9", maybe? No, 5'8".
And then the Russian girl is Hesley's biggest competition right now.
Yeah.
Even still, Hesley I still feel like Hesley and her are pretty evenly matched.
I think so too, and I think Hesley has the better E. Well, she needs to have the better E because Anna theoretically has a big D score advantage over her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you said, a big part of that is her vault.
Right.
That D score advantage comes from her Rudy, which Hesley's DTY could outscore that.
Yeah, because she has like an 8/10 on Hesley, but 4 of the 8/10 just comes from the Rudy.
Exactly, yeah.
So the other 4/10, girl, please. You know
yeah, like that can you can absolutely beat that. You can absolutely.
The biggest advantage she has on Hesley is bars, in my opinion, but Hesley has a lot on her on beam.
Yes.
And then on floor, You could say she's a little bit better than Hezzy, but I think they're pretty evenly matched.
They
Like,
could, yeah, I think they really could be. She theoretically has a bigger D score, but like I said, that could collapse if she doesn't get her leaps, all her dance elements credited.
right.
I mean, I guess that could happen to Hesley
If they
too.
both
It could happen to
hit,
anybody, but
if they both hit, it would be an interesting all-around final for sure.
absolutely. I think this will be a very interesting all-around final because, like I said, I don't like. I guess my money would be on Kalia based on potential,
Yeah.
but even so, we don't know.
I agree. And
Like,
then,
it's Hesley's. Yes, Galia hasn't delivered her all-around max yet.
Claire's potential to it. I do feel like Claire can probably score better internationally too.
I do think so. Yeah, I think the international judges will love her look,
Mm-hmm.
which is a problem in and of itself, but that's how it is.
Right.
I mean, but yeah, also no, but actually, I think Claire does have very good clean execution.
She does. So
yeah,
with
I'm
her,
not actually
like,
going to diss Claire.
I can see her getting a 56 internationally, like if she hits all four of us.
I could as well. Yeah.
So that's that. I'm very interested. Like, especially if I go live to Jakarta, I have to actually start planning it better. But I have to, I still have the time off from work. So
you do, yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into our live. We had really good fun, like, just discussing everything. So anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe down below.
Bye.
Make sure to have a nice day, you guys. Goodbye.